You don't choose where you come from, but you can damn sure decide to own it. Mud in my blood, roots in the smoke, spit red clay like a back road. Oh, I don't chase no crowns of praise, I chase stale nights and hard sun rays. Got scars like fence line wire, every mile's another layer of fire. Ain't no throne made for my kind, just tailgate pulpits and state line signs. Mud in my blood, can't wash me clean. Born from the grid, not the in-between. Don't wear gold, I wear dust. Speaking, talking, outlaw trust. This voice ain't polished, but it's true. Built from rust, broke clean through. Every heartbeat sounds like drums. Mud in my blood, and I don't run. I learned drive with a busted gauge, heat in my chest broke out the cage. No silver spoons in my pantry life, just burnt toast and late night strife. Taught by uncles with barbed wire hands to take what comes and never stand for nothing weak, nothing false, just ride it out the way. Mud in my blood, can't wash me clean. Born from the grid, not the in-between. Don't wear gold, I wear dust. Speaking, talking, outlaw trust. This voice ain't polished, but it's true. Built from rust, broke clean through. Every heartbeat sounds like drums. Mud in my blood, and I don't run. It ain't about how clean you ride, it's about what you drag behind. And keep dragging, cause that's your story. Mud in my blood, can't wash me down. I ain't never left this ground. Born in boots, raised in smoke. Taught in grind, learned in broke. I ain't loud, but I'm carved in stone. Every back road knows my tone. Don't need no throne, don't need no guns. Mud in my blood, and I don't run. Still dragging, still dragging, still me.
Ran with the boats where the joints don't talk. Frames been deep when the lanes deadlocked. Grit through hard where the sparks still walk. Torn with the frame where the heat won't mock. Weather don't steal where the crack runs dry. Names get lost where the seals lie. Grip that pace where the post won't shine. Torn with the frame where the weight rise high. Torn with the frame, held too tight, now the binds in flame. Drags through fire when the gears exclaim. Ride don't quit when the past won't tame. Torn with the frame, edges broke when the name's reclaimed. Pushed too far in the red clay game. Torn with the frame where the burn became. Stamped on stacks where the welds run bare. No soft lane when the dust won't care. Frames hit sharp like the heat in glare. Torn with the frame where the nights don't spare. Lines ride deep where the tools compress. Still won't bend when the cuts dig less. Moved on grit where the crate confess. Torn with the frame where the shots don't guess. Torn with the frame, held too tight, now the binds in flame. Drags through fire when the gears exclaim. Ride don't quit when the past won't tame. Torn with the frame, edges broke when the name's reclaimed. Pushed too far in the red clay game. Torn with the frame when the burn became. Branded in chrome where the binds got mean. Frames ride raw through a rust ain't seen. Cuts through heat where the welds ain't clean. Torn with the frame where the code gets seen. Roll through time where the roads don't bend. Marks stay sharp where the rust won't mend. Grip that fire when the rails descend. Torn with the frame with no fake pretend. Ride that arc where the flame gets strong. Frames move loud where the weak get gone. Names hold weight when the fix Grit lives on. Torn with the frame, held too tight, now the mind's in flame. Drags through fire when the gears exclaim. Ride, don't quit when the past won't tame. Torn with the frame, edges broke where the names reclaim. Pushed too far in a red clay game. Torn with the frame where the burn became. Torn with the frame, with the frame. Torn with the frame, with the frame, with the frame. Got mud in my jaw, ain't washed it down. Split lips from a rusted flask, eyes red, not from crying, just burnt flashbacks. Ran miles on a crack, frame bare hands pulling truth out of bent. Name grind slow, like teeth on iron. Talking clean, but your boots say liar. I ain't preaching, I ain't teaching, I just left town with the map still leaking. Mud in my jaw, spit red when I speak. Ain't no metaphors here, just scrapping a leak. I ride low, like the oil I'm burning. Don't run for the law, just keep turning. Grit in my food, dust in my grin. If you ride for the clean, you don't ride to win. Say you're real, but I don't feel the weight. I know real stares back when you open that gate. Ain't no hook, no chain, no glory. Just me and this damn back road story. Drag names through the spit and shell. Ain't broke, but I crack like a crate on a rail. Mud in my jaw, words got dragged. No filter, no polish, just grit in a bag. You rap for applause, I speak for the ones they forgot in the law. Mud in my jaw, mud in my jaw. Mud in my jaw. Some stories don't get carrigas on. They get nailed to the backbone. I bled through a week where the heat wouldn't quit, where the sky came down like the whole damn pit, and the road ran sharp with a bite in the spit, while my hands turned black just from holding the grit. No maps, no mercy, no plan in the gloves, just a cracked old dash and a voice that shoves, saying keep your head low, don't beg for love, cause the trail don't care if you're pushing the shove. Every step been debt, paid in sweat and bone. Every nail I drove it alone, through the floorboards of life where the sins got sown. Ain't no soft seat left on this redneck throne. I got nailed to the backbone, buried in flame, held by the rust where they carved my name. Ain't no choir, ain't no saint to blame, just the sound of a man they couldn't ever tame. I got nailed to the backbone, welded to pain, moved through the dark with a jaw full of chain. Ain't no God pulling strings in this game, just a soul full of fire that rides through rain. I slept in the rig where the wires ran wild, where the mold crawled up and the past got filed under shotgun seats, and a ghost-faced child. If the wheels don't cry, then the dirt gets riled. Been chased by drought, kissed deep by smoke, whisper to the trees where the prayers all broke. Learned to laugh at the law was a cruel low joke. Truth don't ride clean, it rides a cloak. I seen men rise to fall like ash, seen women spit lies with a halo flash, but the ones that stay ain't the ones with cash. They the ones who burn slow, hold tight and clash. I got nailed to the backbone, buried in flame, held by the rust where they carved my name. Ain't no choir, ain't no saint to blame, just the sound of a man they couldn't ever tame. I got nailed to the backbone, welded to pain, moved through the dark with a jaw full of chain. Ain't no God pulling strings in this game, just a soul full of fire that rides through rain. If
I fall on this road, don't you dig no hole, don't you drop no tear or pray for my soul. Just keep riding fast with a ditch you stole. What the world threw out just to stay in control. I was made for the weight, for the cut and win, for the sounds that echo where the blood gets thin, for the nights with no roof and the fights I ain't win. But I never once ran, I just settled in. So if you see smoke from a frame of Benz and the song sounds wrong where the highway ends, know I left this life with no need to cleanse, cause I live real hard and I don't do trends. I got nailed to the backbone, buried in flame, held by the rust where they carved my name. Ain't no choir, ain't no saint to blame, just the sound of a man they couldn't ever tame. I got nailed to the backbone, welded to pain, moved through the dark with a jaw full of chain. Ain't no God pulling strings in this game, just a soul full of fire that rise through rain. Some stories don't fade when the engine's gone. They stay nailed to the backbone.
Ain't no ropes strong enough for the heavy I carry. Drag steel through the fields where the sun don't rise, where the roots grow sideways and the wind cuts lies. They told me lighten the load, but my back got wise. If it don't break the bones, then it feeds the cries. I speak slow, not cause I'm calm, but cause every damn word got weight like a song. You feel it in the gut, ain't for rhyme or charm. It's the sound of a man that outlasted the storm. No rope for the heavy that I walk through flame. You can trace my path by the ash in my name. Ain't no bridge left that don't lean on shame. I carry what you drop when you quit the game. No rope for the heavy, just boots and sin. No redemption coin for the weight I'm in. Every step a sermon, every glance a spin. I walk through fire, but I don't give in. I built silence from rust and bone. No choir behind me, just a dial tone. Ain't no messages, no calls to home, just echoes that ride where the dead men roam. Seen scars painted on highway rails, heard voices whisper in county jails. I ain't asked for light, I read the braille on walls made of grit and forged betrayal. No rope for the heavy that I walk through flame. You can trace my path by the ash in my name. Ain't no bridge left that don't lean on shame. I carry what you drop when you quit the game. No rope for the heavy, just boots and sin. No redemption coin for the weight I'm in. Every step a sermon, every glance a spin. I walk through fire, but I don't give in. They talk big, but they sleep real clean. I sleep light with a jaw full of mean. My bed's made of crates and unswept scenes. You dream safe, I ride the unseen. And when it ends, don't bury me near. Just leave me where the dust still sneer. I don't want flowers, don't need no tear. Just dirt and a path that don't disappear. This weight, it ain't yours to take. This road, it don't bend, it break. This name, it ain't up for stake. I ride through hell for my own damn sake. No rope for the heavy that I walk through flame. You can trace my path by the ash in my name. Ain't no bridge left that don't lean on shame. I carry what step a sermon, every glance I spin. I walk through fire, but I don't give in. Ain't no road, ain't no light, just me and the way who walks at night.
They said the fire would change me, but it only made the skin tighter where the burn settled in and the wind don't sing.
I walk roads that got the names, cross bridges that never threw swing. And I leaned in the rain that hit like confession. I spit back pain, not to prove I'm strong, but because it's all I got left when the light don't last. I broke bread with rust and kissed the steel that split my palms, left voice in rooms that never echo back. And I watched the sun choke on smoke from choices I didn't get to keep. These boots ain't holy, but they carry what saints drop. And the map I follow's carved in scars I didn't ask for, but wear like warnings to every coward hiding clean behind the name. I never once ran from the weight, I just learned how to move with it like a joint that won't sit right, but still knows how to fight uphill with broken breath and no favor in sight.
Scars ain't scared, they're just history written without ink or mercy. Every line across my frame is a reason I ain't folded where others faded. I didn't get carved for glory. I got marked by the cost of not breaking. This road don't remember your name, but it always honors your damage.
I bled in the back of trucks with no license for truth, where silence ain't peace but punishment. Served cold with no verdict. I've held my breath in rooms that smell like gasoline and betrayal, counting the seconds between lies and the sound of gravel, meaning someone else is coming. I watched fathers vanish like vapor and brothers chase storms that never called them back. And when I stood in front of mirrors that cracked before I blinked, I saw the version of me that wouldn't beg, wouldn't bow, and never asked to be fixed. I ride not because I'm lost, but because stillness burns worse than friction. The minute I stop, the ghosts I locked out come knocking, and I ain't never met a chain that did fit tighter once you smiled. So I keep the teeth sharp and my jaw shut until it's time to bite back. Scars ain't scared, they're just history written without ink or mercy. Every line across my frame is a reason I ain't folded where others faded. I didn't get carved for glory. I got marked by the cost of not breaking. This road don't remember your name, but it always honors your damage. There's a place down in me where light don't reach, where heat ain't warm, just warning. And that's where I store the things I can't bury. Names, faces, choices made with hands that didn't shake. I keep stories under the ribs where fists used to land. And I walk like every step's a reminder that pain don't leave, it just learns your rhythm. I ain't sorry for how I speak, how I move, or how I burn what tries to cage me, because nothing taught me better than fire how to live with what can't be undone. If it bleeds, I've seen it. If it breaks, I've carried it. And if it runs, I've outrun it, just to prove I don't fear what flees. Scars ain't scared, they're just history written without ink or mercy. Every line across my frame is a reason I ain't folded where others faded. I didn't get carved for glory. I got marked by the cost of not breaking. This road don't remember your name, but it always honors your damage. And when they ask where I've been, I'll lift my shirt and show the stories I don't speak, because these scars, they ain't scared.
The dirt don't doubt me. It just listens. Holds what I drop. Never judges where I bleed.
I buried truth in fields that never bloom, where the grass learned silence before it ever learned green. And every step I took cracked the ground like it wanted to, warn the ones behind me not to follow. I spoke soft not cause I'm gentle, but because my words hit harder when they don't scream. And I kept my eyes forward even when the past showed up dressed like mercy. I ain't dumb enough to hug regret. This path
path I walked was never paved. It was carved with bad luck, welded by bad blood. And every time I thought I found a shoulder, it turned out to be a ledge. So I leaned into the wind, let it cut me honest, and I wore the cold like it owed me. Dirt, don't doubt, don't flinch, don't lie. It just holds what breaks and stays dry. I don't need forgiveness, just friction. I ride the wave with no prediction. I don't run, I don't hide, I don't fade. I just bleed where the truth got laid. And if this road don't turn, then I'll wear the dust like it chose me first. They tried to clean me, name me, shape me into something that wouldn't offend the light. But I was built in rooms where prayers don't echo, only fist and fire. Never felt right, my loyalty ain't earned with kindness. It's tested with time, so don't shake my hand if your grip ain't sure. I've walked beside men who smile with blades in their boots and preached peace just to mask their urge for war. I've watched cities glow with lies while silence grew rich in the cracks between shotgun shells and bailouts. And I swore then I'd never trade my name for comfort, because comfort never fed me when the cupboards were lined with rust and the night screamed. Dirt, don't doubt, don't flinch, don't lie. It just holds what breaks and stays dry. I don't need forgiveness, just friction. I ride the wave with no prediction. I don't run, I don't hide, I don't fade. I just bleed where the truth got laid. And if this road don't turn, then I'll wear the dust like it chose me first. I got tired of waiting on justice that never showed, so I learned to carry my own scale. One side full of silence, the other full of scars, and I tip it depending on who's still standing. When I leave, don't talk to me about peace when your boots clean. When I've dug through the heat of 1,000 closed doors just to speak in my own name. Every mile I've burned left a mark not to be seen, but to read on the dirt I was here and I meant it. If I disappear tomorrow, let the ground explain me. Not in flowers, not in prayers, but in the weight of a man who never begged to be understood. Dirt, don't doubt, don't flinch, don't lie. It just holds what breaks and stays dry. I don't need forgiveness, just friction. I ride the wave with no prediction. I don't run, I don't hide, I don't fade. I just bleed where the truth got laid. And if this road don't turn, then I'll wear the dust like it chose me first. Some folks carve their story in stone. Mine's still wet in the dirt. And the dirt don't doubt me. I don't want forgiveness, not from them, not from you, not from whatever's up there watching from a torn sky. I wasn't made for prayers or peace treaties. I was shaped by nights where sleep didn't show, by the taste of metal when the last word hits harder than the first bullet. And I still carry that one voice in my chest that said, don't beg for what you never give. So I don't. I've broken laws without blinking and walked back in the same boots I kicked them down with. Not cause I'm proud, but because I refuse to lie about what made me. My mother taught me silence could scream louder than a pistol, and my father taught me nothing, which turned out to be everything. So if you came here looking for the part where I ask for mercy, you'll leave disappointed. There's no altar in me, no softness left to carve into something new. I'm carved already by rust, by flame, by grit that don't rinse clean. Forgive me, never. I ain't asking. I buried parts of me in counties no one maps, left fingerprints in truck beds that only ghosts revisit, and kissed mouths that spit truth sharper than steel. I ride with names etched in my ribs, not out of love, but to
Remember who showed me what pain without apology sounds like. I've watched people dress up their weakness in manners like etiquette could save them when the fire starts. But fire don't flinch, it please. It just eats like I do, like I learned to. The only prayer I ever whispered was to the dirt, and even it stayed quiet. I ain't noble, I ain't right. I just refuse to fade the way clean men do. When I leave, I want the wind to stutter. Where I stood, I want the road to feel colder. I want silence to echo my name, not out of fear, but out of respect for a man who never asked what forgiveness cost. So if you came here looking for the part where I ask for mercy, you'll leave disappointed. There's no altar in me, no softness left to carve into something new. I'm carved already. By rust, by flame, by grit that don't rinse clean. Forgive me, never. I ain't asking. And if that's the last thing I say, then so be it. Some dirt forgets, some roads remember. Put the gravel, it don't forget me, it don't forgive nothing.
I've been dragged by days that didn't want me, chewed up by towns I forgot they had gates. And every shoulder I leaned on turned to splinters the second the sky turned copper. My name's been passed around in bar fights, mumbled by cops too tired to chase, and etched in the backs of women who love the danger more than they ever loved me. I ain't asked to be raised right, just strong. So when the blood dried crooked, I kept walking like the limp was the point. Ain't no church big enough to house my silence, and ain't no prayer strong enough to shake loose the guilt that grew roots in my gut. I don't walk for peace or redemption, I walk for stillness. I always felt like a setup, like if I stopped moving, the ghost would catch up and remind me what I chose not to bury. The gravel don't forgive, it don't forget the way your weight shifts. When you lie, don't soften when your knees give out. Don't hush just cause you whisper your sins. I don't run from what I've done, I just ride like the guilt's part of the gift. And if the road don't break, then I will, but I do it where nobody's left to call it weakness. I got memories locked in glove boxes with cracked latches, cigarette burn shaped like people I don't mention by name no more, and a heart that beats in uneven time with the things I wish I'd never said out loud. I learned that truth ain't clean, it's jagged and rust fast. It smells like sweat and sounds like silence after the door slams. The men I roll with, the read the dead lost the worst happy, and I ain't mad at none of them, but I sure as hell didn't stay behind to clap for their peace. I kept the engine hot and the windows cracked so I could feel the weight shift when the past catches up. And if I ever do stop, it won't be the rest. It'll be cause the road finally spit me out the way it does to the ones who ride too honest for too long. The gravel don't forgive, it don't forget the way your weight shifts. When you lie, don't soften when your knees give out. Don't hush just cause you whisper your sins. I don't run from what I've done, I just ride like the guilt's part of the gift. And if the road don't break, then I will, but I do it where nobody's left to call it weakness. If you ever hear my name in a song, just know it ain't cause I made it, it's cause I lasted. I outlived my softness, outwalked every hand that let go, and found comfort in knowing that I ain't special, just stubborn. The kind of man who don't beg for love but don't flinch at loss either. I wear what I've done like a second spine, and if there's judgment waiting on the other side, it better come with fists, cause I ain't kneeling for nothing. Every mile I ride ain't a prayer, it's a sentence I gave myself, so I never forget who I had to become just to still be here. The gravel don't forgive, it don't forget the way your weight shifts. When you lie, don't soften when your knees give out. Don't hush just cause you whisper your sins. I don't run from what I've done, I just ride like the guilt's part of the gear. And if the road don't break, then I
to, but I do it where nobody's left to call it weakness. Ain't no mercy in dust, the least it don't pretend.
Reading this, then I'm gone. Not buried, not forgotten, just past the reach of anyone ever cared less.
I left this note in dust cause paper don't last, where the heat eats names and silence writes louder than voices ever did. This truck's still warm, keys on the dash seat, cracked with my back. Used to hold the weight of mistakes I never passed off. Ain't no destination when the road becomes your guilt, and I've been dragging mine long enough to know that the gravel ain't interested in excuses, just footsteps and stains. They say time heals, but time don't fix a thing when you don't regret what broke you. I didn't run cause I was scared, I left cause staying meant lying, and I ain't got the throat for that. I've been honest in every sin I chose, and I walked away from more sorries than I ever gave. If that makes me wrong, fine, left this note in dust for whoever thought I turned soft. I never needed forgiveness, just silence that didn't ask questions. Ain't no goodbye in this, just a mark on a seat and a name whispered through gears that don't stall. If they say I vanished, let them. I was never here for fame or closure, just the ride and it's still rolling. The road don't talk back, but it remembers your rhythm, and mine was offbeat, more stumble than stride, but I still made it louder than the ones who stood still. Don't cry for me, cry for the ones who got quiet too soon, the ones who stopped speaking truth, cause comfort felt easier than growing a spine. I've got a church of scars that taught me what sermons couldn't, and when the weight got too much, I leaned on the devil with better manners than half the saints I met. Ain't bitter, just educated in pain and patience and peace that don't come free. I learned to live like the sky might fall, so when it does, I ain't surprised, just ready. Left this note in dust, I never thought I'd turn soft. I never needed forgiveness, just silence that didn't ask questions. Ain't no goodbye and it's just a mark on the seat and a name whispered through gears that don't stall. If they say I vanished, let them. I was never here for fame or closure, just a ride and it's still rolling. If you knew me, you'd know I don't ask for memory. I just hope the tire marks outlive the talk. Ain't much else to give, just a flask half full, a voice box cracked from truths I screamed at windshields, and a spine that never bent to what it didn't respect. I took more wrong turns than I'll admit, but each one showed me who to stop trusting, and that's a lesson that don't fade. So if you're reading this hoping for regret, you won't find it. This ain't no apology, it's a record, and the record plays raw till the needle breaks. Left this note in dust for whoever thought I turned soft. I never needed forgiveness, just silence that didn't ask questions. Ain't no goodbye in this, just a mark on the seat and a name whispered through gears that don't stall. If they say I vanished, let them. I was never here for fame or closure, just the ride and it's still rolling. If you want peace, don't follow me. If you want truth, start walking.
Don't build no stone for me, don't light no candle. I left my name in the soil and my voice in the dusk. I was built in a fire where men don't cry, where mercy don't enter the room, where the dogs don't bark unless that's near, and the whiskey knows you better than blood. I didn't ask for this weight, but once it hit my shoulders, I wore it like a brand and never once looked back at who dropped it. I seen peace die with his boots on, hurt forgiveness, laugh through cracked teeth, and watch God blink slow while the innocent bled. But I ain't here to mourn, I'm here to remind that legacy don't come with flowers or smiles. It comes with gravel under your nails and words you never said, cause no one earned them. I'm not the hero, I'm the echo, a man who never made it but wrote anyway, just to leave proof that the fire didn't kill everybody. Built in the fire, buried in dust. Ain't no saint ever with this much rust. I don't rise clean, I rise loud. From dirt that don't forget and roads that don't bow. If you hear my name in thunder, it ain't myth, it's memory. What I built won't shine, but it won't fade either. I've made deals with silence, bartered breath for grit. Walked through churches that smelled like gunpowder and choices. And I found more honesty in the shadow of a truck stop than in any man's blessing. I carry names I don't speak no more. Not cause they gone, but cause speaking them makes me soft. And softness gets you left behind when the weather turns. My boots broke before I did. My hands been calloused since childhood, made room for damage. And every mile I rode don't ask who I was. It reminds me who I had to become to still move forward. They say legends die, but we don't. We just disappear into the dust so we don't have to say goodbye. Built in the fire, buried in dust. Ain't no saint ever rode with this much rust. I don't rise clean, I rise loud. From dirt that don't forget and roads that don't bow. If you hear my name in thunder, it ain't myth, it's memory. What I build won't shine, but it won't fade either. I didn't come to teach, I came to outlast, to outwalk the noise, to leave tracks so heavy no storm could erase them. I don't beg for space, I take it with breath that smells like the past and knuckles still raw from yesterday. If you want truth, listen to the silence after I leave, that's where I live. Not in playlists, not in praise, but in that quiet fear when the light don't return and you feel the dust breathing back. I was never meant for gold, I was built in rust, and rust don't shine, but it don't break either. Built in the fire, buried in dust. Ain't no saint ever rode with this much rust. I don't rise clean, I rise loud. From dirt that don't forget and roads that don't bow. If you hear my name in thunder, it ain't myth, it's memory. What I build won't shine, but it won't fade either. When the road ends, don't speak my name. Feel it under your boots. Ain't born for comfort, born for distance. Days abound, dust red. Let's go.
Red clay in my veins, oil on my breath. I speak like the South and I ride like death. No metals here, just rusted chrome. Stories carved in truck beds and broken home. They don't salute boys built like me. We don't march clean, we break free. Tailgate preachers, back road kings. Raised on bullets, sweat and strings. I'm dust born and diesel bound. Feet on fire, heart underground. No halo ever fit this head. I made peace with grit instead. I don't pray, I rev and ride. Ain't no shame in where I hide. From the holler to the edge of town, I'm dust born and diesel bound. Every line I spit smell like pine and pain, like moonshine poured in a hurricane. I seen brothers fall and ghosts stay close. Ain't no room for dreams, just dose by dose. My soul ain't soft, it's weathered and black. Boots don't squeak, they leave a track. I built my name from busted chains and drove through hell just to stake my claim. I'm dust born and diesel bound. Feet on fire, heart in the ground. No halo ever fit this head. I made peace with grit instead. I don't pray, I rev and ride. Ain't no shame in where I hide. From the holler to the edge of town, I'm dust born and diesel bound. They said I'd burn out, but slow burn leave deeper marks. I'm dust born and diesel bound. Feet on fire, heart underground. Every scar a southern vow. I ain't done, I just know how. No script, No crown, just wheels that own this town. Dust born and diesel bound. I ain't stopping now.
Road's been baptized in smoke and grit, where vows ain't whispered, they're spit.
Blue heel dust on the Bible page, swore my word on that interstate. My preacher's vest was a flannel stain, taught me grace through diesel rain. Cross hanging from a rearview glass, shotgun shells in the dash. Ain't no choir where I roll slow, just bass lines humming through my soul.
Tires preach sermons down the line, with each mile I redefine a gospel built from county scars and trap beats under southern stars. Diesel psalms and blacktop vows, preaching loud where saints ain't allowed. Raised on sin and rebel tones, where whiskey speaks in God's unknown. I spit my truth through chrome and clay, baptized in mud I found my way. A sinner's hymn in southern sound, diesel songs still hold me down.
Tobacco breath and truth told lies, mama's prayers still scrape the sky. Sheriff's light ain't holy flame, just heat that follows outlaw names. My boots talk back to judgment rolls, where every track's a tale I told. Ain't no church pew in this seat, just engine growls and echo heat. I never needed no steeple to feel holy, just asphalt stretching far and lonely. My prayers burn slow like oil on fire, and every verse I spit's a barbed wire choir. Diesel songs and blacktop vows, preaching loud where saints ain't allowed. Hoodie wet with midnight storms, raised in dirt, not Sunday norms. My altar's leather, gear shift worn. I roll through dusk, forever sworn to southern grit and outlaw sound. Diesel songs still hold me down. Hold me down. Hold me down.
You don't measure grit in miles. You measure it in what you had to bury just to keep driving.
I got 6 gears and 1 regret, buried it under miles I ain't looked at yet. Hood's hot like my past burning, review cracked but I'm still turning. My prayers got grease on them, my mercy smell like oil and ozone. Ain't no heaven at the pump, just a map full of ghosts and a trunk full of don'ts. I didn't earn this life, I outlasted better men who couldn't hold the wheel when it turned sharp. Grit runs deeper than gasoline, deeper than blood, deeper than clean. I don't run, I ride slow, with a storm in my chest and truth in tow. This ain't courage, it's survival dressed in rust. This ain't music, it's the sound of trust. Fading through static and steel. Grit don't shine, but it's real. I left pieces of me in truck stop stalls, on dirt roads lined with don't come back calls. I was baptized in engine smoke, spoke gospel through a choke. Every verse I spit got gravel in it, every silence I leave got battle in it. No label on my kind, I'm the echo of 10,000 nights that wouldn't die. They paved over our pain, but I still hear it singing in the chains. Grit runs deeper than gasoline, deeper than blood.
chokehold grace, burn marks from where I kept pace. I ain't here for applause, I'm here cause I ain't got nothing else that stays. Tires bald, faith in her, hands bleed but the grip gets meaner. If you find me gone in the smoke, no I ain't lost, I just finally broke through the noise in the legend where the road don't end, it just ascends. Grit runs deeper than gasoline, deeper than blood, deeper than clean. I don't run, I ride slow, with a storm in my chest and truth in tow. This ain't courage, it's survival dressed in rust. This ain't music, it's the sound of trust. Fading through static and steel. Grit don't shine, but it's real.
Ain't no soft rose made me, so don't expect a gentle voice. Raised on grit, not grace. My halo's bent like the fender I chased. Backwoods taught me how to bleed and make pain look like a part of the creed. Ain't no church in the cut I roam, just rusted trucks and unpaid loans. Cursed out loud before I ever prayed quiet. Got more scars than peace, I don't deny it. The scars ain't soft, they're proof I stay. When every road screamed run away, I don't flex, I survive. 10 toes down, 4 wheels drive. Built from bite, not bark, marked by nights that left me dark. I ain't healed, just hardened up, and filled my gas tank with enough rough. I talk and gravel, walk and flame, wrote my story in a dead man's lane. No pity, just pistol smoke. No, I'm sorry, just broken woke. Family tree full of blueprints deep. We don't cry, we don't lose sleep. Heart like a junkyard beating slow. Still knocking like an old Ford soul. The scars ain't soft, they're proof I stay. When every road scream run away, I don't flex, I survive. 10 toes down, 4 wheels drive. Built from bite, not bark, marked by nights that left me dark. I ain't healed, just hardened up, and filled my gas tank with enough rough. You call it trauma, I call it traction. You call it pain, I call it practice. The scars ain't soft, they're proof I stayed. When every road scream run away, I don't flex, I survive. 10 toes down, 4 wheels drive. Every mile's a memory cut, but I never once backed up. It's all I got, dirt and dust, but I made them count, and that's enough. I ain't soft, never was.
I wasn't raised on hope, I was raised on hiss and hurt. Red clay roads and venom sermons. Mama fed me truth straight from the gut. 9 out of books, out of blood and cut. Daddy disappeared like the creek and drought, so I learned early what figured out is about. Shoes stayed torn, but my words stayed whole. Ain't no shame in the dirt, just stories and untold. Every scar I got, it buy it back twice, but I wear them like teeth in a crown of ice. Raised by rattles in red clay, where pain don't leave, it just stays. Ain't no lullabies, just steel in the breeze. Swamps my choir, I spit what it breathes. I don't run clean, I walk with sting. Voice like barbed wire wrapped in a ring. Baptizing bite, I don't need to pray. I was raised by rattles in red clay. Every step's a warning, every look's a dare. I speak in a draw, but it cuts like a snare. No college, no sir, just yes and no. Either ride like hell or you move too slow. Got kin and graves and ghosts on tape. Never cross on a hill, got my family shape. I ain't bitter, I'm forged. And if I'm quiet, it's cause I'm about to scourge. Raised by rattles in red clay, where pain don't leave, it just stays. Ain't no lullabies, just steel in the breeze. Swamps my choir, I spit what it breathes. I don't run clean, I walk with sting. Voice like barbed wire wrapped in a ring. Baptize and bite, I don't need to pray. I was raised by rattles in red clay. They told me to soften, but soft don't live here. Only grit, only bite, only blood in the mic. Raised by rattles in red clay, where the ground remembers what the church won't say. I don't ask for peace, I don't beg for day. Just ride like hell till the sky turns gray. This voice don't heal its scars, this beat don't fade, it marks. From dirt I came, in bite I stay. I was raised by rattles in red clay. Ain't no clean blood where I'm from.
You ever seen a man outrun his shadow? Me neither.
I left names in the bark of trees, buried sins under the floorboards and knees. Every town I pass still speaks my name like a whisper through wood, through bull and flame. I got a Bible in the glove box out on open and a locket full of lies. I keep hoping don't rattle when the sheriff rolls near, but fear don't drive me, I shift in gear. I'm the ghost in the grain, born from thunder, bred in pain. Ain't no altar where I kneel, just wheels humming what I feel. I ride with dead in my rearview frame, no home to claim, just road and flame. If you hear me in the rain, know the dust still holds my name. Got a pistol I ain't touched in years, but I keep it oiled for the weight of fears. Every friend I had now sleeps in smoke, either 6 feet down or dreams that broke. I ain't pure, but I ain't fake, just tired of running for forgiveness' sake. These boots talk louder than I do, mud, regret, and diesel truth. I'm the ghost in the grain, born from thunder, bred in pain. Ain't no altar where I kneel, just wheels humming what I feel. I ride with dead in my rearview frame, no home to claim, just road and flame. If you hear me in the rain, know the dust still holds my name. I ain't looking for peace, just a place the wind won't forget me, and a beat that don't flinch, and I tell it the truth. I'm the ghost in the grain, carved in silence, steeped in stain. No final hymn, no curtain call, just asphalt sermons and outlaw brawl. I don't haunt, I remember, with every mile like a burning ember. So if you ride and feel that flame, you're carrying more than just my name. The road remembers, even if no one else does.
I watched the town dry out before I turned 10. Watch names on tombstones turn to wind again. Learned to read from gas receipts and talk from folks who lost their teeth. Hope don't ride in trucks like mine, just rusted pride and borrowed time. I wore silence like a second skin, 'cause words don't last where storms begin. When the dust took names, it left us bare. No saints to call, no cross to where we made fire from what we lost. Built our truth from smoke and cause. Ain't no history books for boys like me, just scars hid deep.
brother left a ring in a steel-toe boot, left his voice in that shotgun loop. Still here when the night gets still, a growl in the wind that knows how to kill. Mama lit candles with diesel fumes, prayed in the whisper in locked up rooms. We ain't clean, but we ain't fake, we're the sound of thunder makes.
When the dust took names, it left us bare. No saints to call, no cross to where we made fire from what we lost. Built our truth from smoke and cost. Ain't no history books for boys like me, just scars hid deep where you can't see. We don't rise, we grind, we stay, living proof that dust don't pray. I didn't bury them all, some just faded, some still ride beside me, just quieter. But when my boots hit that dry earth, they remember. That's enough. When the dust took names, it gave us will. We walked through fire and stand there still. Ain't no monument, ain't no flame, just men who moved when they had no name. I ain't holy, but I'm real, and this road don't lie about what it steals. If I vanish, let the silence say he was born when the dust took names. And the dust still knows mine.
You can lie to the world. Long nights don't lie. They know what you really are.
I kept driving when I should've turned back. Talk to ghosts in the lines of the track. My past ride shotgun, real quiet and cold. Wearing every truth I ain't never told. Tailgate rusted like my first regret. Hood full of dust, heart full of death. Ain't no mirror that shows me whole, just rear view truth in a busted soul. Long nights don't lie, they peel you clean. Pull out the voices you ain't never seen. They know the weight in your gasping breath, the names you buried to outrun death. Ain't no rest on roads like mine, just prayers wrapped tight in turpentine. We ride in circles, fighting time, but long nights don't lie, and neither do I. Live my sins with a match in the dash, watch them burn in the glass and ash. I ain't proud, but I ain't fake, I bleed like the earth every time I break. My stories don't rhyme, they just exist, told in silence and broke fist to fist. You wanna know me, ride past midnight, that's where I live. No wrong, no right. Long nights don't lie, they peel you clean. Pull out the voices you ain't never seen. They know the weight in your gasping breath, the names you buried to outrun death. Ain't no rest on roads like mine, just prayers wrapped tight in turpentine. We ride in circles, fighting time, but long nights don't lie, and neither do I.
I made peace with the silence, cause it was the only thing that ever told me the truth.
Long nights don't lie, they peel you clean. Don't care about gold or gasoline. They sit with you even when you don't speak, and show you the parts that make you weak. But I'm still here, bruised and dry, proof that even the broken survive. Ain't no sermon, just my cry. Long nights don't lie, and neither do I. Still riding, still riding.
Some men explode, some just burn slow and never go out. I don't move fast, I move true, step by step like pain taught me to. Every mile's a scar, every night's a test. I don't talk much, I let silence confess. And my voice too deep for lies to mimic, too rough for choirs, too slow to gimmick. They said you'll fade, but I stayed, built a throne from the mistakes I made. Slow burn keeps me breathing when fast flames leave men bleeding. I ain't flash, I'm waiting time, a storm that walks, not one that shines. Don't need no stage, just dirt and sky, a voice too low to dignify. Ain't pretty, but I'm still here. Slow burn, year by year. Same fame, it's survival dressed in black, with a flask of regrets and a steel toe track. My rhythm don't chase, it drags the ground like boots on gravel in a one-horse town. Ain't no halo above his brow, just sweat, smoke and a furrowed valve. I ain't afraid of the end, I've just been in it too long to pretend. Slow burn keeps me breathing when fast flames leave men bleeding. I ain't flash, I'm waiting time, a storm that walks, not one that shines. Don't need no stage, just dirt and sky, a voice too low to dignify. Ain't pretty, but I'm still here. Slow burn, year by year. I ain't trying to win, I'm trying to last. Some of us don't race, we endure. Slow burn keeps me breathing when fast flames leave men bleeding. I don't fade, I don't rise, I just hold steady beneath these skies. No fireworks, no final cheer, just a voice in